everyone, welcome back to more Katawa Shoujo. This is actually, I'm not sure, but in the previous part, we... apparently with Lilly leaving, he is actually going to try to find her. And the thing is that he knows 2 locations on where she might be, which is kind of creepy. But anyways, so why don't we just load it up and, see what happens. False cadence? By the time the taxi pulls up after its trip at maddeningly casual speed, it's well and truly deep into the night. The house is truly enormous, its sheer size much larger than I expected and ominously still. Fearing the worst, I asked the driver to stay just in case my efforts are for a knot. A single press on the fancy intercom system outside the gate produces a short electronic melody in the otherwise silent road. It's not long before a somewhat deep, gruff voice can be heard from it. Oh god, no, I can't do it. This is the Hakamichi residence. Please state your name and why you're bothering us this late. I press on despite inwardly wincing at the reasonable annoyance audible in his voice. It's Hisao Nakai. I was hoping to meet Lilly or Akira if they're still here. Surprisingly, I managed to summon quite some energy to my voice, enough to make the other side of the intercoms silent. The light! It looks like a flashlight! Step outside right now! You're under arrest! A few seconds pass, but just before I press the button again and ask what's going on, a light turns on outside the front door. Wow, aren't you a little impatient, Hisao? Shut up, truck! I think that's a motorcycle. I strain my eyes to try and make out who is coming through, but as he comes past a large parked car with fishing rods sticking out the back, his identity becomes clear. His face is typically placid and emotionless as he saunters up to the gate. He's still childlike in his mannerisms despite his demeanor. With the press of a few buttons from behind the fence, the gate slowly opens. Hisao? Oh! It's... Oh, okay. Not this guy again! No! Hisao, what are you doing here? I think this is the most emotion I've ever heard from his voice. Not that it would be hard to reach that mark. Akira told me that she and Lilly would be staying here before they left for their flight. I need to talk to Lilly just one last time. Are they still there? The look on his face says everything. I failed. I was too late. The one time I actually needed to act quickly and... Actually, it's possible. What is it? He's a bit aback in my fervor, but I can't help it at this point. They left not long ago, only a few minutes before you arrived, in fact. If you go straight to the airport, you might be able to. Hisao? I dart back towards the waiting taxi, grabbing what little money is left in my pocket as I go. Thanks, Hideki. With that, I take a seat, and in a short order bark out my destination. Wow. Look at all those people. Oh my god. My chest beats wildly as I tear down the street, my body twisting this way and that to slip between the pedestrians walking back and forth beside me. Don't tell me he's gonna have a heart attack. If he has a heart attack, oh shit. Dude, that will kill the moment right there. With the road solidly blocked by taxis and other cars dropping off passengers and picking up others in the time they have to wait. We ended up having to stop almost a block away. But that's in the past now. What matters is reaching Lilly. One foot hits the ground, the other quickly following without the slightest thought, as if my legs have taken on a life of their own and all my mind can do is concentrate on the view ahead of me. If something like this happens to me, and really, if I really love that person, I would definitely do the same thing as him, but sometimes he needs to act much more faster next time. But if I'll try, for instance, if someone was leaving and they're going to a different country and I like them, and really it might be the last time I'll ever see that person, so I would try my best to spend a lot of time with them and then tell them, and then not tell them that I like them, because that will be a bit too late, but spend a lot of time with them and have good moments with them, and that should be it, and they leave on a good note. But Some things can't really work out well. Just one glimpse of that long hair of hers, that long yellow hair that was the same color as the weed that stretched as far as the eye could see. In the end, I got a burp. I depended on Lilly, just like Hanako did. Even after we started going... Oh my god, I keep burping. After we started going out, it still doesn't feel like she really ever let herself depend on me. Except for one moment, that one moment where we held each other tightly on that bright yellow field. At that time, she must have feared losing me just as she did everyone else. That's why, just this once, the night air wraps around me, draining every last remnant of warmth out of my body, to the extent that it feels more like midwinter than a summer night. My fingers, my hands, my feet, they all feel increasingly cold. The second of the passing crowds is reduced to no more than a background hum while the sound of my shoes hitting the pavement echoes loudly, every step surging towards the person I have to catch. Oh jeez, oh no! I'm gonna scratch my face. Forced by my chest tightening in response to the cold of the night, I rest an arm over it and to try and settle it down. Oh no! When the airport comes into view though, I realize this feeling as one I felt before. Not now. Of all the times of this, please, not now. I take a gulp and soldier on regardless, pushing my body as far as it will go. Sweat pours off as I hurtle forward, my shoulder hitting someone's side and my mind suddenly flooding with emotions and memories. I continue on without an apology. I have to keep moving now. If I stop, I'm not sure I could begin again. And even if I could, it would all be for naught if I'm not in time. I hit another person, then another, offering little resistance to getting bounced about. My feet feel numb, my arms are losing all feelings. My chest forces me to hunch over awkwardly, tightening ever more. That afternoon in the snow, that time when my life irreversibly changed. Images of Nako. I bet you by the time I'm done with this entire game and getting everything, I still won't be able to pronounce her name. And that damned letter flashed over and over in my mind. The first love I lost thanks to my condition. I can't let that happen again. I don't care what happens to me anymore. I just need to see her one last time. There. Why does it look like it's sunny over here? It looks like it's sunny. Sunny. It's not nighttime, it's sunny. Look at that kid! Look at that teddy bear! Look at that face! A silver of yellow and white comes into view from some distance down the road, her figure silhouetted by the lights emanating from the airport entrance. Lilly! Lilly! Lilly, stop, please! Lilly! Come on, Lilly. I know your hearing's far beyond Nor. God. Oh, shit. You tripped over! My view suddenly spins out of control and ends up on the ground. My body haphazardly sprawled after hitting someone and stumbling over. Before I can assess the damage, an unbelievable pain ignites in my body. All my thoughts are blanked as I curl up and frantically clutch at my chest. Hey, are you okay? That was a really bad fall. This pain, I can't. Seizure warning. Any sharp knock could do me in. Any overexertion. I thought I could overcome my limits this once. Something's wrong with him! Somebody get the doctor! What's the matter, Art? The voices of those gathering around me are gradually replaced by a loud ringing in my ears. By now I'm unable to move my head, my eyes turn upwards to see the mute moving of their lips. Even as I clutch my chest, I realize I can't feel my fingers anymore, nor my feet. It feels like my entire body is shutting down, starting from my extremities. With one last effort, I turn my head down the road towards the airport entrance, that's casting its light over me. Lilly is there behind the crowd. Her head is tilted, but only just slightly. I can feel my— Whoa! Oh my god, it's so creepy! Are you sure that happened? I can feel my vision dimming as I try to yell out, but nothing emerges from my mouth. Despite my best efforts, slowly but surely, my vision begins to black out the scene before me. So, this is how it ends. I failed. You did. You did. I was so close. So very close, but at the very last moment my condition ceased. My chance at a new life and dragged me back. Now I'm going to die, sprawled out just meters from an airport with a crowd of babbling people surrounding me, and with Lilly leaving for Scotland just a little distance ahead. Oh, you said Lilly, okay. That last word extinguishes the last of my energy. The world falls into a deep, inescapable blackness as every muscle in my body shuts down. I'm sorry, Lilly. I was too late. Fuck. No, don't play that music. No, over here. No. You don't do that. You don't play that music. That it does that. What the hell? Oh. Mumble. What's going on? As I slowly open my eyes, a bright white light assaults my retinas. Wow, I'm an idiot. For minutes, I just lay where I am, mindlessly staring ahead while my scattered thoughts coalesces in my slowly waking mind. Slowly but surely, the white begins to come into focus as a bare expanse begins to be drawn across my field of vision. Hello! Is that supposed to be a light? It's only when the light fixture comes into view that my mind clicks that this is the ceiling above me. Oh. Damn. Slowly levering myself up, I silently absorb through all my senses the details of the room I'm in. The smell and taste of strong bleach hang in the air, lending the impression of a place just slightly too clean to be natural. Inoffensive pale peach-colored walls, all perfectly painted and without a crack, stain, or imperfection. A single framed painting hangs on the wall. There it is. Perfectly straightened, like the walls. It's as boring and inoffensive as can be. My attention is grabbed by the translucent curtain waving across my vision, my eyes following it to the open window it covers. When I move my right arm to try to lift myself up and look through it, I feel a catheter dig in uncomfortably. It's only now, too, that I notice the cannula tubes winding around my cheeks and into my nose. Oh shit. After some fidgeting, I settled for just looking around the corner of the window. There it is. I don't know. Okay, I thought hospital windows were supposed to be huge, but okay. Beyond the thick leaves of several large trees, I can see the greenery below. Backing out onto a field, god dang it, a customary island of green on the outskirts of the city. Judging by the sun outside, it's noon. Of which day, though, I'm not sure. So, God, stop sending me messages! So, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm in a hospital once again. I let out a long, tired breath as I tried to collect. Seriously? Oh, it's them. God damn it. Okay, ignore the Skype messages. As I let out a long, tired breath as I tried to collect my scattered thoughts, my mind seemingly cast in a dozen directions, all at once with as many emotions running through me. Okay, you know what? Boom. Alright, fixed it. After slowly laying back down, I decided to start at the beginning. Why I'm here. I cast my head back, but I can't work out a smooth recollection of what happened. The events of last night, or whichever night it was, come back more as a series of snapshots than any cohesive memory. Oh, the origami. Oh no. Lying on my bed, looking at the origami bird. Talking to Hideki outside the Hakamichi residence. Running down the street, passing pedestrians and bumping into more and more of them. Falling. Obvious. Looking up at the seemingly bright airport entrance, seeing Lily's back as I lay on the ground. Oh, you've seen her back multiple times, come on now. The silence of the private room suddenly feels overwhelming. So that's it. I had my chance to correct my mistake and I blew it. You sure did. At least you tried though. Whether I was at fault for neglecting my medication and disregarding to pace myself, or my body was for giving out so soon, it doesn't matter now. All that matters is that once again, I'm alone. The pastel blue pillow yields that with little resistance as I let myself fall back onto the bed. Its starchy case, along with the starchy sheets, that makes no sense, and providing little comfort. compared to the darkness of last night's events, or the other nights, who knows how many nights we've been in here, the bright light of the room around me is striking. All it does, though, is emphasize how otherworldly places like these are. Arrhythmia. A strange word, a foreign, alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition, it causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. It was a miracle that you were able to go on so long without anything happening, they said. It will be fun, they said. I'm just kidding. And then it did. My condition had taken away everything. My old school was of no importance anymore. My home was reduced to a faraway place. Both my friends and my first love simply stopped visiting after a length of time. I became cynical and embittered, distant and subdued. In my defense, no person could avoid what after such a thing happening to them, but nonetheless I left the hospital as a very definitely changed person. Things changed. I made new friends in... I made new friends in? Hanako, Shizune, and Misha. I found a new sense of home in my dormitory. A new interest in science and the world around me, and I found a direction to my life that I had never felt before. But I'd also discovered other things. The sense of isolation in Yamaku and its surroundings was not entirely unwelcome. The quiet giving a peace of mind I might not have found elsewhere. But it gave the area a feeling of being pushed out of the way, of being kept out of sight. People in the streets would sometimes glance awkwardly or quickly turn their heads as they realized they were staring. Even if my condition wasn't visible, my uniform was. Even if it weren't, I was still different. I took 17 pills a day, morning, midday, and night. My scar, though hidden behind clothing, was still a permanent mark of my condition. And most of all, there was the very real possibility of death. A bad fall, an absent-minded hard hit on the back, a simple sprint taken too far. Everything could have set my heart off, and several times. I teetered at the edge of the abyss, even with all the care I took of myself. But that was fine. I could have lived with that. Because there was one final thing I'd found, or rather refound after entering Yamaku. You found love, which was once again snatched away before my eyes. Ah, god dang it, Hisao. It's only now that I realized just how delicate my newfound sense of happiness was. Everything depended on her, the linchpin of my life since I first entered Yamaku as a sullen, confused, and aimless transfer student. Oh man, Lilly Sato was the one person I could depend upon above all others, and who reciprocated the love that I felt for her, but I failed her and only realized it was all too late. I thought that I could just set my life up and continue that way forever, but the real world doesn't work like that. I finally realized the meaning of those words, only to be struck down as I confronted my failure to do so in time. The surroundings I'm in now are all too familiar. It's as if Yamaku was but a dream, and I'm still recovering from my first major heart attack. Maybe that's why I feel so tired. It feels almost as if I've lived the entire last few months of my life in the space of minutes. Go back to sleep. Go to sleep, Hisao. The weight of my eyelids closes on me. The weight of my eyelids closes my eyes. My physical and mental exhaustion letting me offer no resistance. Okay, I hear clocks. Unintelligible mumbling from ahead of the bed stirs me out of my sleep. With my eyes still closed, I can focus and make out someone, presumably a nurse, bidding farewell to a doctor. As I open my eyes, I notice the door closing in my peripheral vision. The doctor stands reading some notes off a clipboard held in his hand, carefully looking over the pages. Well, that might be like, I don't know who. After consulting his obviously very important documents, he looks up and notices my gaze. It's now that I notice something slightly odd about his expression and general disposition, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Ah, I see you're awake, Mr. Nakai. His quick glance to my bed and, to verify my name— wow, he doesn't even know your name! Shows that his documents obviously didn't have it written on them. I must admit that this is a bit unfortunate. your parents visited just earlier while you were asleep, I could notify them you're awake now if you like. Thanks. That would be good. I gave a somewhat dazed reply, just likely the one he expected before really thinking about what I'm saying. Not a problem. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, I'll be happy to answer them. This is unless you prefer to rest. The anesthetics still going to be affecting you a bit, I'm afraid. The anesthetics. Of course. That'd be why I felt so strange the first time I woke up. I slowly shake my head, not want to dislodge any pipes of my or cause myself any more discomfort than necessary. The doctor politely puts down his clipboard in response. I guess my main question is, what exactly happened? So I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Each second that goes by is a second that I can't regain. A second that may mean the difference between catching them and losing them forever. Even if I fail, I have to try. I can't let her leave everything behind without even trying to stop her. Without just this once being there for her. Fuck! I feel like the same. God damn it! I'm gonna do the same thing today!